Thunderbolts, a movie that almost nobody believed in, a movie people trashed even before it came out. The trailers were dropping, and it felt like Marvel was trying way too hard to convince us that this movie mattered. You know the feeling, right? When something is being promoted so aggressively that you start thinking, yeah, this can't be good. I get it. I felt it too. People were beyond skeptical. It looked like just another filler before the next big Avengers movie. But here's the truth. Now that I've seen it, I can tell you straight, Thunderbolts is actually worth it. Today, I'm gonna break down the movie, spoiler-free first, then with spoilers, and explain why this movie deserves way more respect than it's getting. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. We talk about every movie, every show, every crazy theory around here. All right, let's dive in. Is Thunderbolts good? Short answer, yes. But it's not just good in the typical Marvel way. It's not about flashy fights or endless cameos. It's good because it hits something deeper. It tells a story about emptiness, about loneliness. It shows heroes that aren't saving the world for fame or glory. They're fighting battles inside themselves. And that's not something Marvel usually leans into, right? Usually it's save the day, crack a joke, roll the credits. But Thunderbolts dares to slow down. It dares to feel. And that feeling is something we don't get enough in superhero movies anymore. Let's talk about the Void, the real heart of the movie. Everyone thinks the Void is just Sentry's dark side. And yeah, technically it is. But the real genius is how the movie uses the Void as a metaphor for every character's internal struggles. You see it in every storyline. Yelena is lost. She keeps doing secret missions for the government, mechanical, robotic, emotionless. But deep down, she's empty. She's asking herself, what am I even fighting for anymore? And she has no answer. Red Guardian is a man stuck in the past. He talks about his glory days, but there's bitterness underneath. He feels useless now, forgotten. His muscles are still there, but his heart feels like it's been hollowed out. US Agent carries the heaviest baggage. His family, the people he loved the most, abandoned him because of the choices he made as a soldier. He wanted to be a hero, and ended up a villain in his own home. Now he fights not to save others, but just to distract himself from the pain. And Sentry? Oh man, Sentry is the physical embodiment of depression. He's not just fighting bad guys, he's fighting himself. His greatest enemy isn't another supervillain, it's his own mind. That's powerful. The movie never says the word depression or mental health. It doesn't have to. You feel it. Every character is running. Every character is aching. They smile, they fight, they survive, but they're broken inside. And honestly, that's more real than anything Marvel has done in years. The action is still awesome, though. Don't worry. If you're here for the fights, you'll still have a blast. The choreography is brutal and intense. They paid serious attention to detail, like how each super soldier's punch feels different based on their abilities. Small stuff like that shows they cared. And when Sentry shows up, bro, he's terrifying. They didn't nerf him to make the others look good. They respected how godlike he is. Fast, destructive, unstoppable. You actually fear for the heroes when he's on screen. It's refreshing to see Marvel finally treat power levels seriously. The plot without spoilers. Basically, Thunderbolts are brought together for a special mission, but the mission is a lie. Valentina, shady as always, tricks them into thinking they're destroying evidence from old operations. The twist, they themselves are part of the evidence. She wants them dead to protect herself. At the same time, she secretly activates Sentry to use as a puppet hero for political gains. But guess what? You can't control the Void. The Thunderbolts realize the truth, survive the trap, and come together to stop the real threat. In doing so, they stop being tools and start being something real. A family. A team. something that matters. Major spoilers ahead. Let's talk. Post-credits. If you don't want spoilers, skip this part. At the end of the movie, the Thunderbolts rebrand themselves as the New Avengers. Yeah, big shift. They move into the old Avengers Tower, claiming a new legacy. It's a hopeful moment, something Marvel desperately needed after so many years of darkness. There are 3 post-credit scenes. A small gag. Red Guardian becomes the face of a cereal brand. Classic Mar. Post-credit scenes. Spoilers ahead. There are 3. Here's what happens. 1. Quick joke. Red Guardian appears on a cereal box. Classic Marvel humor. Light stuff. 2. Name reveal. The team's name changes from Thunderbolts to New Avengers. The big setup. A spaceship enters Earth's atmosphere. It's not Kree, not Skrull. It's the Fantastic Four. Their ship appears, teasing their arrival into the MCU and hinting that their own universe might have been destroyed. Massive setup for future movies. Final thoughts. Thunderbolts is about emptiness, about loneliness, about the battles we fight when no one's watching. It's not perfect. There are still some Marvel cliches here and there, but at its core, this movie is about something real. Something that makes you sit there after the credits roll and just feel. And that's rare. Marvel needed this. We needed this. My final score? 8.7 out of 10. Maybe a 9 if it sticks with me after a few days. I highly recommend you give it a shot. Not just for the action, not just for the cameos, but because it might remind you that even in a world of gods and monsters, the real fight is the one inside us. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay strong, stay human,